So here we are, it's a Saturday, and what you're seeing here is Gina's 4-poster canopy bed that I bought for her over 25 years ago, and she was away traveling, I think overseas, and this bed was imported from Indonesia, handmade, and I bought it for her for Mother's Day. It was a surprise. When she got home, it was all set up. And we've had this bed for a long time. Now that we've moved into a new home, she wants to have it white. And so we've done all the prep work. We are going to paint this now, get all the prep done, sanding, cleaning, taping, tying down, hanging, whatever you want to call it. And we're ready to paint. Unfortunately, my camera girl was not available, so we didn't get too much documentation of the actual painting, but I think you get the idea of how this was done. And it can be tricky. I got really lucky. Usually the winds start picking up about 11 a.m. or so, and it was a pretty calm day. It took me a while to get this set up, and the sun was up there. So we were able to get this through, but these pictures are showing you the close-ups of how I configured, put together everything so that I could just paint and not have to think about where things were, placing them. Not having a paint booth, this worked pretty darn good. And so I had to get creative in how I connected some of these items, but it turned out to be a very successful project. And I'm really happy with it. And Gina's going to be even more happy with it. So let's give you a little more inside look at how this turned out, and then we'll show you how we set this up. Okay, here we are, 4 to 5 hours later. A lot of prep work setting this up, but spend a little extra time with the prep work and you don't have any accidents or emergencies while you're trying to paint. So we put on a solid coat of primer, went down both sides, let it dry for a couple hours. Nice warm sun, a little breeze today. It dried pretty fast. And then we've got I don't know, one good coat and some touch-up rounds with some enamel-based paint that Sherwin-Williams hooked me up with. Said it would be a good finish for furniture. So now the challenge is I have less than 24 hours for this to cure, for my plan to get this put together and re-gift to Gina as a Mother's Day gift, which was originally given to her 25-30 years ago on Mother's Day. So that's the plan. So now we've moved everything into the house. We're trying to get it to cure as fast as we can. Here's our posts, and we've stacked everything else in the bedroom, and we're ready to put this bed together. And voila, look at that.
Oh, and here's my pillow.
As you can see, it still looks a little bare. So we're going to take you on to our next project really quick. Gina bought a nightstand off of Wayfair. It came and it was an off-white, didn't quite match the bed. So she decided we're going to paint this nightstand. So we painted it with the same paint we used on the bed. So stay tuned as we show you this project and as we make this room bloom. Here we go. Oops. Splatters. Wonder where they're coming from. All right, we're getting closer. So here's the nightstand. Paint's dry. I think Gina put some new knobs, some different knobs on it. got it set up in the bedroom. So any guesses? What should we work on next? It's a great question. Good morning. We have another new project this morning. Gina's working on our master bedroom. We've been moving things around. We're working on a guest room, and part of that is we pulled a cabinet off of this wall and put it in the guest room, and we've got another one we're going to build today and be part of this project. But first, we're going to hang some curtain rods. We've got two windows over there by lovely Miss Gina. One over there and one over here. And what's your goal here, baby?
Well, I want to make the room look tall, so I feel like they've got to go 2/3 of the way up, and then I want to hang them maybe 5 to 6 inches off the window to make the room look taller and larger. Even though we have 9-foot ceilings, so I feel like I don't want to go too high because in the other guest room we've got them a little high. So
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking.
All right, let's do it. We're just going to take a minute here and clean some of the furniture out of the way, and then we'll get going. Well, that's interesting.
We'll see if I actually even like them.
So,
What?
interesting.
What's wrong?
Think through where the curtain goes, did we?
What do you mean? I did.
Okay, on that side.
Let's see, I'll have to straighten those up. Let me see, okay.
We got the professional at work up here. She knows what she's doing. We finally put the pro in charge, and we're going to get this done. Oh, having said that, I will say this is the fastest curtain rod hang in history. Got lucky and hit studs in both spots.
Maybe I'll trade that other one.
Looks good, babe.
Well, I think I need to fix this other side. Because that one's only got one. Yeah. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
I think you're beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I like them to hang down a little bit.
Yeah, the goal here is we don't want to block any light coming in. These curtains are really just for looks. They'll never be shut. And so we're gonna have to play with that till we're not covering up window, because I don't like that. All right, next we gotta do this one over here. All right, now look.
So put one of the tags on the, 2 on the outside, 1 on the inside.
There are 4 of them, honey.
Well, I need 1 on the inside, so whatever's on the outside. I think that, oh, maybe that's my problem. I'll have to look again.
Set screws in the way. All right, we have the master at work again. We almost need a taller ladder, babe. Next time we'll bring the taller one.
That's out.
That window sure looks beautiful with you in front of it, though.
You're funny.
Okay, let's get the view here. All right, we now have curtains on each window. The room is taking shape. All right, Gina, what are we doing next?
Okay, well, we're gonna put together some cabinets, kind of like the ones we have over here that I use for my fabric. It helps keep it organized.
So you got 2 over there, right?
I've got 2 there. This one's going in the bedroom because we moved a cabinet into the guest room, which has fabric, of course, but this just helps me store a few extra things and keep it organized.
So this is just 1 cabinet on this time.
Yeah, just 1.
All right, let's get it started. You ready?
Yep.
When it comes to ready to assemble furniture, we've tried a lot of brands over the years, and I will tell you right now that nobody builds a cabinet as high quality as IKEA. Their assembly instructions are the best, their quality's the best, they hold up the best, they just work. Got 3 holes for each section. Waiting for Jina to tell me where she wants them. Not waiting very long though. Where do you want them?
last.
Which hole do you want them in?
The last one.
The last, meaning the bottom one?
Yeah. On the top. So last, and then on the bottoms, I want maybe the top one here, and then top one, and then the top one. Well, the middle one maybe.
Down here, you want the middle one?
No, top one actually, because then that'll give me the biggest space on the bottom. Yeah, that's good.
All right, we're gonna need somebody with a. And you want these on the top?
Well, bottom. Just gives the biggest space on top. You can see from the top, but on the bottom you can't see, so you need more space.
All right. Need a hammer to tap a couple of those. Did I get it right?
You got it right.
Gotta be below the hinges. Oh, that's a fun one. Okay.
Oh, maybe you have to take those out and, yeah.
After we hammered them in so nicely.
Mm-hmm.
After I cut my fingernails. That's why I never cut my fingernails. The best tools I have. Okay, where's my wrench? I got it somewhere. Now we've got the holes loosened up.
That looks uneven.
Oh,
It's on the bottom. Yep.
My bad.
Okay.
Ta-da! Now we just need to adjust these hinges. Those are fun. See how we look. Yeah, ooh, big adjustment.
So we just hung these curtains, and I love how they turned out. I love them in this room. And then we put together this cabinet. I love this cabinet. I have two where I hold all my fabric and design trims and buttons and all kinds of things that I love using. So this one's going to have some excess product too that I need for my sewing room, but also it houses a few things that we need extra in our bedroom. So I like how it looks. I think it turned out great. Okay,
So wait a minute, what's going on in here?
So it's just a little project. I do have 3 rooms with curtains in them, but so when I first hung these, I really like my curtains to like hang. Like, can you see the bottom? And I like them to drape and look like there's plenty of fabric. But I've noticed that I'm always like coming and fixing the bottom of the curtains. So you'll see here, I've already pulled it out. So what I have to do is like fix them all the time, and it bothers me. So I can sew. So what I'm doing is I'm actually measuring just one. So I put a mark on here, like exactly where I want this to fall, and I'm going to do a really thick hand. If you'll notice on the bottom of curtains, they have this like nice heavy weight that actually pulls and makes the curtain hang. So I'll do a nice, I mean, I've got quite a bit of extra, so I'll be cutting some of this off, But I'll probably do like a good, I don't know, 6-inch, 5 or 6 inch hem, and I'll want to double that over. So really easy. I mean, this will just cut off straight. The reason I'm only marking one is because I'm going to measure each curtain by this one. And so then they should all hang correctly. But instead of this, they're going to have a nice little hem. And so I am going to do that to all the curtains in the 3 bedrooms. We'll see how that goes.
This sounds so much fun. Okay, we'll be following along.
Okay, so I am hemming my curtains. I've made a mark that I was showing you that is exactly the level of where I want it to be. And I'm going to add 10 inches to this because this looks like it's about like a 3-inch hem, but I would like mine to be about a 5-inch hem. I think that'll be really nice. So even though I've got a mark right here, I'm going to add 1/4 of an inch just to, because I really want them to sit like very level on the ground. I don't want it to be up even 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to add 10 inches to this, and I'm using my mat because I can see here where it will be, right here will be the 10-inch mark when I add 10 inches. So I'm going to cut this, but then what I'm doing is I'm measuring this bottom piece, and it looks like I'm going to cut off about, I'm cutting off exactly 10 inches from the bottom. So all of these curtains, it'll just be easy from here on out. I'm just going to cut 10 inches off. And so I'm using, you could use scissors. I'm a quilter, so using a rotary cutter and a ruler is an easy thing for me, and I have access to it. So I'm going to line all this up, and I'm going to cut that right off. So that's as easy as it is. And so I'll have this excess piece. In fact, this is linen. I don't know what I'll do with this, but I do all kinds of things with linen. So I'll probably keep this piece to do some kind of embroidery or something like that because I really like it. So now I have 4 of these curtains. Now what I'm going to do is, once I get this, I'm actually going to be probably, let's see, I want it 1/4 inch down. So I'll probably do this all the way along. So I'll want to make sure I'll press this, I'll measure, this is probably, yep, 3 inches. So I'll press this 3 inches along here, and then I'll press this, because I'm putting this 1/4 inch below my little blue line that I have, which is, by the way, not permanent. This can be erased with heat. And I will pin that in place, and I'm just going to straight stitch that and be done. Super excited to see how these hang once I get them done. I've got 2 more sets, 2 more bedrooms that I really want to do the same thing so that I won't fuss with fixing the curtains. I think they'll hang really nice. Okay, so now I'm just going to pin this. I did measure. The first fold is 3 inches and the second fold is about 3.5 inches. And I just want to make sure that's all the same measurements so that they hang nicely and evenly. Just pressing this to make sure it lays nice and flat. There's a crease from where it was laying before, so just want to make sure that's all pressed out with some steam. So that's 1, and this is 2. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this on. This has got loops, which make it really easy. I'm gonna make sure to put them in the right direction. And then it has this piece that just kind of twists onto the top. Like that. I'm going to separate these. Put this, let's see. Oh. I'm going to separate this so that this goes in between those two. I think I only put 1 on that side, like that. That should work. And then this one, I think I'll put 2 so that it's, let's see. Nope, I think I'll do 1 on this side too. Oh, yeah, I really like that. I'll just make sure those are like that. And I think they hang really nicely. And I think all those creases will come out as, oh no, I'll have to go up and catch that piece up there. But yeah, that's kind of how they look. Wonder if I can get this. I'll have to get up and get that. Anyways, I like it.
The master bedroom is pretty much done. Let's see what Gina's... Oh, there you are. Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
So we're just coming to see your new master bedroom. Tell us about it.
Well, we've done a lot. I mean, as far as we painted the bed, painted this one too. So we have all the links to the furniture in wherever Randy puts that stuff. But these pillows, so this is a fun find. I was in Paris and went to a flea market and found this. It was actually a piece of fabric. And so I cut it up and I was able to make 4 of these pillows. And I've got the really nice like down pillows in them, which that's why you can karate chop them to give it this
does
look.
that mean I can sleep on those or what?
Yeah, you've become really good at karate chopping.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's taught me well.
So yeah, this is, and even on the back. So on the back, vintage like flea market towels that I cut up to use for the back. So it's just a fun find, and it reminds me of Paris, and I love the feel that it gives this room because I really wanted to keep it very white and cream. This is just one of my quilts that I like to kind of trade out and put on the end of the bed.
Beautiful.
And then let's see, the cabinet, we'll link that. That's IKEA. I kind of keep an overflow of a few things, some for sewing, some even, I've got some in my bathroom, like my curling iron and stuff. So it's really storage for things that I can't place somewhere else. But I have some vintage things in there, and so a few of my favorite things. And then
These
the curtains.
are a few of my favorite things.
Yes, those are in that cupboard.
Okay.
And then these are curtains that we've hung here, and I like the cream linen look off of, the white walls.
So you've trimmed them to be just touching the floor.
Yeah,
Are you sticking with that?
Yeah, I have cut these off because they were hanging. I like them to drape longer. I don't like short curtains. But I've dropped them about, I don't know, what are they, 9 or 10 inches from the top. I do like them to go higher. It gives more length to your window. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. We like it. I might do a few things like add some artwork. I don't know. But right now, I kind of like it just plain, minimal.
So you've got one other nightstand over here, and I see it's different than the one on
Yeah, you know me. I don't like to match anything.
You're not a matchy-poo person?
Don't like to match things.
You go for the eclectic style.
I do.
So this one came from Amazon, is that right?
Yeah, now remember, I had to shop for all of this in less than 2 weeks. The whole house was furnished in less than 2 weeks because we had just moved here, I was traveling, and then the kids were all coming to stay. So I had to do some really quick shopping. But I like it. It's fine.
Well, it's beautiful. You've done a good job. We'll stay tuned for more changes.